one thing about that picture that was out there that was supposed to be Rachel. For the longest time, I thought that was a Portuguese Whoopi Goldberg. But apparently there's a situation with her and the artist in a room and she goes, I want you to draw me with tits. Only tits. Titanic reference. Boom. Reference. Well guys, time is at hand and no one's crying yet. So let's bring the girls up before they die of cancer in the throat. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for three beautiful women with 3.5 beautiful breasts. Rachel Stewart, Daphne Brown, and Brittany Cope.
Daphne, she went to go get me, Brittany, and her a cigarette. None of the rest of you can smoke in here, just like when the bar is closed. All right, so thank you guys so much for coming out to celebrate with us. It's been 2 years and we're really excited. We wanted to do this event after 5 years, but we knew that even if the bar makes it to 5 years, our livers certainly won't. So the past 2 years, it's been crazy for all of us. We've been through 3 properties, 2 bar managers, and the dick of every halfway decent comedian. Thank God we don't remember any of it. But really, honestly, we were really, really worried about coming up here and trying to be funny. But then we all thought about it, and we remembered that on a regular night at the theater, there were more people laughing at the bar with us than watching you guys' show. So we got less worried. We did make one rule for the night, though, and I'm going to tell you as soon as I light my fucking cigarette. So, it's just my lungs are generating, don't worry. So, our rule for the night was we weren't going to make any bad jokes. Because we didn't want to offend most of you. Most of the people here. We didn't want to offend you. But we made one exception, and here it goes. Joe Galloway and his brother are the only example where the least successful sibling is casting a bigger shadow. Joe, you said that you think Daphne's type is autism? If her type is autism, then why hasn't she fucked you yet? I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. We all love you here, and really, you're one of our better friends, and we think of you as an honorary member of the bar staff. But that's mostly because all of the comics in Atlanta treat you like their bitch. Really though, you're best known for running the 1 AM show, which is a great show. It's our favorite show here. It brings out a huge crowd, and it's very well known throughout the country. I hope that one day you're funny enough to get booked on it. Hey, Joe. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Joe.
Joe who?
Oh, I'm sorry. Paul's brother?
You sound like my mom.
So, we couldn't get any girls fucked on the road tonight. It's a total sausage fest, for real. It's a shame that, you couldn't...
Wait, what was your joke? I couldn't
You're a dude.
Sound it out, Brittany.
It's a shame you couldn't work Uganda set up as a Jew. Circumcising you instead of the method your tribe may have made you less boy crazy. But take note, you're real desperate, and Joe's probably a virgin. Have you guys met?
Okay, so these are irrelevant. Sadly, Gilbert, I've been drinking. Gilbert couldn't make it tonight. It's a shame because Gilbert brings a lot of talent to this theater. Too bad it's not his own. He claimed to be too sick to come tonight, but we all know it's because when he walks into a building without someone famous, no one ever notices. He actually could be here right now. I'm reading off the notes. But we wrote these jokes before he bailed, so I'm going to do them anyway. Rachel first met Gilbert at an audition for the Indiana Jones movie for the role of Short Round. It only counts if you've seen the movie. I haven't. But really, I had no idea that cocaine stunted your growth. Gilbert has proof that you only have to look Colombian to have a coke problem. But maybe that explains why he's the only person in his family who can sing tenor. That only counts if you know his sister. But really, it's good that Gilbert isn't here because after all of this, we probably have to find someone else to get blood from.
Sorry.
Hang on, we're really unprepared. Okay. As always, just like a bar shift. So,
We gotta get random cocktailers.
bam! Okay, so John Mangler, we're so glad you're here. And you do a great improv show called Automatic Improv. Hey John, we have a suggestion from the audience. Fucking quit. John, we heard something about you though. We heard that you proposed to your fiancée at Disney World. That's supposed to be the happiest place in the world. It seems like you two are always fighting, so maybe when your next marriage comes up, you should try and propose at Chuck E. Cheese. Andrew Wright is here, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Andrew Wright. He's truly one of a kind. In fact, Andrew Wright is the only Gentile born with a built-in yarmulke. There are a lot of comparisons that can be made between Andrew Wright and some of this country's most famous wars. We could compare you to the Civil War because your hairline is receding from your scalp. We could compare you to World War II because you look like an Aryan youth. And we could compare you to the current war because no one really likes you, and even while your comedy is going on, everyone forgets it's happening. But really, I'm being kind of mean. Really, Andrew, I'm sorry. Don't feel bad about your comedy. I'm sure that Patton Oswalt was doing exclusively open mics after 10 years of comedy.
We got Keenan here tonight. Must be eating you up inside that your sister is getting roasted and she's not even a comedian. I think it's really weird that you're so into me given that your mother can't even tell the difference between your sister and I. The first time I met Keenan was in Athens where he cried on my shoulder for 2 hours. To this day, I'm pretty sure that's the only time you've gotten a girl wet.
Everybody get off of my conference chat. Here's a list. Mike has often been referred to as the biggest hipster in the comedy scene. He often drinks way too much to be driving and then tries to drive anyway. He will never graduate. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Mike? I meant Brittany. But seriously, Mike is definitely the biggest hipster in the comedy scene because he's so obscure that no one's ever heard of him. Michael, you look like a strung-out alcoholic combination of a magician hired for children's birthday parties and an extra from a Romeo and Juliet movie. But seriously, seriously, we know close to nothing about you. I forget why we asked you to be here. Just leave. Just go. Just go.
I'm too pretty.
Chris, it was really hard to narrow down the jokes for you because all your friends wanted to, quote, help us bring you down a peg. But why did you cut your hair, man? Now no dudes are going to want to fuck you. Chris, you're so cold-hearted. No wonder your girlfriend's tits are always seen through her shirt. Yeah. You like yourself so much, no wonder the show you're best known for is a masturbatory session for improvisers.
Tuesdays at 9:30.
You're a huge control freak, and you have decided you run everything. But you haven't been here for a month, and the theater miraculously haven't shut down.
BAM!
Good one,
Let's
Don.
go! That's the hard ladies and gentlemen!
But really, AU has become a huge show. Your marketing tactics have really brought you in tons of money for the theater. So thank you so much, Brad. But Brad, you would just break up because she obviously doesn't think so. Based on the text I get from you at 4 a.m., I would appreciate
Brad, listen, you're always comparing the two of us. You say that you and I are the male and female version of each other. All right, listen. Maybe we're similar, but I sure to fucking God hope that when I'm 31, I'm not sleeping on Josh Warren's futon.
Hey, but yeah, guys, did you hear that Brad is branching out from improv to do stand-up classes?
$199.
Yes, and you should really fucking stop. Seriously, saying that you're good at teaching stand-up classes is like saying that Bob Wood is good at managing money. That's all for us, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. We love you. Go ahead and fucking
Yeah, all right.
We have one more person. It's not that well, it is important. That's great. Richard Holiday. Really appreciate everything you've ever done for us. You've been a fantastic customer, and you're very sweet and everything. And I appreciate you introducing us. So can you go and buy us some shots?